Welcome to this week's edition of Crofts Playhouse Theatre. I'm your host, Sir Alex Schmucknall. We hope you enjoyed last week's presentation of Dental Plan. Is it a communist plot? This week, we have the privilege of presenting an absorbing docudrama, Roselle Park, Here We Come. It is the true story of a young married couple and their daughter Stinky, who purchased their first home in a suburban neighborhood in the state of New Jersey. Please note that the cast of characters is not a group of professional actors, a fact which will be immediately apparent, but rather the actual people presenting a slice of their sordid lives. Tonight's presentation is of course brought to you by Croft Foods and will be shown with limited commercial interruption. So, press the pause button on your VCR, microwave some popcorn, and then sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's blockbuster, Roselle Park, Here We Come. Oh, please note that our film is rated PG. Some scenes are not suitable for bald-headed men, women with the middle name of Beatrice, all Catholics, men with the nickname Buzz, or anyone with a mole on the inside of their thighs. And now, without further ado, this week's presentation of Crofts Playhouse Theatre. Oh, and don't forget, I'm Sir Alex Schmucknall.
Our story unfolds with the Ogden family, specifically David, Linda, and Stinky, who for almost 7 years have lived in incomprehensible squalor, renting this old tool shed on the outskirts of Cranford, New Jersey. Having forced their only daughter, Stinky, into a life of prostitution in order to pay the fuel oil bills, they finally grubbed enough money off their friends and relatives in order to buy their own home. What you're about to see is the actual footage of the Ogdens as they are saying farewell to their tool shed and their beloved neighbors.
Hey, Ogden, you owe me $20. Yes, Dad, you never cut that anyway. Get the hell out of here!
CPA are boring.
Get out now, you stink. We never just like you anyway.
And so the Ogdens bid a fond farewell to Cranford, leaving behind a multitude of close friends in search of new horizons, ever hopeful that they have finally found their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Roselle Park, here we come.
And we are now coming to you live and on location at the Roselle Park Municipal Building. During these auspicious ceremonies, the Ogdens will be officially welcomed to the Borough Roselle Park by the Honorable Malcolm P. Lichtenstein, recently elected mayor of this humble town. Let's listen in on the ceremony.
I would like to take this opportunity to officially welcome the two of you to our fine city. We know that your departure from Cranford was indeed difficult, having to leave your numerous friends on the last one. But we are confident that you will both develop long-lasting friendships with our fine citizens. It is indeed a great honor to present to you the key to the city. We wish you health and great success. Oh, and by the way, my fellow colleague, the Honorable Sidney Cronenberg, Mayor of Cranford, we present to you parting gift. Dizzy, the gift, please.
Harry, our docudrama continues as we are coming to you live and in color from the parade route as the Ogdens make their first turn onto Grant Avenue. You will notice as we pan the parade route the throngs of well-wishers lining the streets. Let's listen in as the Roselle Park High School Marching Band pays tribute to these newly arrived citizens. It is unfortunate that our cameras are on a fixed mount, or you would be able to see the multitude of floats preceding the Ogdens up Grand Avenue, along with the Philadelphia Mummers String Band and the 15 equestrian teams flown in from throughout the world. And as the Ogdens turn into the driveway of their new home, I'm sure you'll join me in wishing them the best of luck.
We interrupt our normal programming for the following public service announcement. We bring to you the president of Kraft Foods, Mr. Val Vita, the head cheese.
Fellow craftsmen, since our inception over 64 years ago, we have always been proud to be the company whose name has been synonymous with truth, justice, and American cheese. However, it has come to my attention that various low-life factions within our society are abusing our beloved products. What you're about to see is but one example of such abuse. It is with great sorrow that we must bring to you the following shocking expose of cheese abuse.
A typical American house, Mother, on a typical Sunday afternoon.
Holy moly, I almost forgot the Kraft cheese. I just bought that this morning. Cabbage.
Why is this door locked? I'm doing my nails. I know you got cheese here. No, please don't. Ow.
I recognize what you've just seen is not pretty. We hope that in exposing this sordid and perverse abuse of cheese, that we have enlightened you as consumers. We want you, the American public, the bread and butter of Kraft Foods for generations, to recognize the telltale signs of cheese abuse. Number one, frequent and unexplained disappearance of dairy products. Please check your refrigerators frequently. Number two, rodents following your child home from school. This is one of the most disgusting signs of cheese abuse. Please be on the lookout. Number three, empty cheese wrappers in your child's jacket pocket. Not a pretty sight. And number 4, last but not least, cheese residue on your child's comb or hairbrush. Disgusting. We at Kraft Foods have established the following toll-free hotline in order that you may turn in a family member that is abusing cheese. That number, please write it down, is 1-800-BIG-CHEZ. That's 1-800-BIG.
And now we finally get to the purpose of the film, the much-awaited tour of the house. And as you can see, it's a big old 65-year-old duplex with us over there on the right-hand side. And we finally ended up getting the whole house painted. We had some pros come in and they did the whole top floor because that really needed the most work. It needed to be scraped and sanded and chipped and primed, and so we did that. And then while Linda was on one of her trips, I don't know how she times these things so beautifully, the in-laws next door and a couple friends came out and did the whole bottom half. So it turned out nice. And as we take a walk across the street, hopefully I won't get hit by a car. And as you can see, we got some hedges here on the front yard. Front yard really isn't all that big. There's a neighbor's house. Here's the front yard. There's our pumpkin in the porch there. Halloween was 3 days ago. We really like our porch because it's all jalousie windows and we can sit out there when the weather's nice. And there's our front steps, which are really kind of beat up. We're probably going to have to do something about next year. Nice big azalea bush over there. We planted some bulbs over here on our side. And here's our driveway. No garage, but what are you going to do? And we're actually thinking of paving this section over here between the driveway and the house so that Linda and I could both fit. As we walk back, there's a nice stained glass window that we've got. It opens out onto the living room. And we'll walk towards the back. Oh, here's something I know all of you will want to see. This is our fuel oil tank. And you gotta admit, it is a beauty. Okay. And as we walk into the backyard, probably can see that the leaves are all turning. In fact, they're falling rapidly. There's a bunch of them on the ground already. And I know in the infamous Memphis tape that the Ogdens were bragging about the size of their trees, but if you kind of check out this big oak tree, you'll notice we do go quite a ways up there. As a matter of fact, it's depressing because you're out here and you're raking and this sucker's raining leaves all over your head. The backyard is really nice. It's a nice size. We had some volleyball nets up here during the summer. And the property line extends way back into that corner. You can see we've been raking out here. And the backyard's actually in an L shape. There's the neighbor's garage. Got crap over there. I have to talk to them about that. It's actually an L shape. This is the one leg of the L. And as we pan over here to the right side where the other leg of the L is, I want to show you something that we're very proud of and I think you'll find interesting. Is the other side of the L, and I think if you remember when observing the Memphis